Right, we are at Loton Park for a round of the Classic Marques Championship. Well, 2 rounds, Saturday and Sunday. The weather is very mixed forecast for both days. It's been drizzling most of the morning. We're one of the last batches out. It's stopped now and there is some brightness in the sky, but the track is, as you'll see, is very damp. So we will take this first practice very tentative and just see what the grip's like. Now, I did walk it this morning and it did seem fairly grippy on the top half, and that's what people have been saying, so, but very slippy off the start line. So yeah, take it steady to start with, see how much everybody wants to push it, how the time compares, and then if it stays dry we'll just get quicker and quicker, but probably could be a shower at any point, so it might be the luck of the draw today. But there's 33, I think, cars in the class, all these in front of us coming through, so tons in the class and Classic Marques, which is why I joined. Let's see where we end up. There is a couple of course specialists here. Pete Dignan and Rob Pack, I think, generally win, so they'll be the favourites. I don't think, if it were dry I wouldn't get close to them. In the wet, who knows? So we'll see, but if I can get in top 5, that'll be alright. If I can get in a podium in top 3, I think that's about as good as I'm going to do, unless there are excruciating circumstances, but we will see. Let's just see how practice goes, and then we'll see how much we want to push it this afternoon, depending on what the weather does. Very tentative, but there is some grip there. I wasn't really skidding. 67.4. Even if it stays like this, can massively improve on that. Not really any squirrely moments. It was a bit ABS were kicking in under braking, but yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's hope it dries out or stays like this. Depends what it compares to everybody else. Right, coming down for practice run number 2. Then it's lunch and then 2 timed runs after lunch, the usual format at Loton. So no more rain, the track's been drying out. We are probably 60-70% dry. Still some greasy patches, as you can see, but let's hope there's no more rain. It is 50-50 for this afternoon. Possible rain showers, possibly not, so we'll just play it by ear. But yeah, let's see if we can shave a few seconds off for this run, even though it don't count. push some more, but 63.19, yeah, that'll do. If it keeps on drying, we can definitely attack it this aft. Don't know if I'll get into a 59, which is what I normally get, but we'll see how close we can get. But yeah, I could have pushed some more on that in hindsight. Plenty of grip there. So let's hope it keeps on drying out. Right, we are coming down for timed run number 1. It's been raining for about an hour, and the track is probably the worst it's been all day, so it's gonna be very, very sketchy. Just looking at the times people are doing, they are going slightly slower than previous, so I think there is a little bit of grip there, but there's also treacherous places. The track is more or less fully wet, but I don't know how much we're going to push in this one, because it is bright in the sky. So the last run, the second run of the day, the last one might be the best one of the day, but we just don't know. It's one of them weather days where it could be anything. So we're lying 6th after practice. Ideally I need a top 5, like I said, but we're 6 out of 30 odd, so not too bad, but we want to be better. I just don't know how much to push on this one. We'll see what the grip's like, and then see what the last one's like. Got a good start then as well. All right.
Make your way down to post 3, but be careful in case there's a car coming down from the top.
I'm going back through triangle.
Back in the back, then for rerun.
All right, thank you.
Nice and steady.
So we get a rerun. Well, rear tyres will be slightly warmer. Right, timed run 1, take 2. fast as I dare. What was it? 65.78, not too bad. The grip wasn't too bad, it was still slipping in places. That last corner lost a lot of time there when it went sideways, but not too bad at 65. See what it's like for the last timed run. Go. Right, timed run 2, final run. It's carried on raining, it's just easing up now, but it's been raining constant since the last one, so conditions very similar, if not maybe slightly worse. Now, I am leading the class by a whisker. I think the top 4 are separated by about a 1/10 of a second, and I am on the right side of that. But if anybody goes quicker on this one, then they will overtake me. We're talking hundredths of a second between the top 4. So I've got to go back out. I don't think conditions are there to go any quicker, but we've got to give it a go. You just never know, because everybody else will be trying, so we've got to try and shave any off we can. It was getting sideways in a few places. I've got a feeling it's going to be exactly the same, but I'll try and feather the throttle as much as I can until it hooks up. Not be too heavy with the right foot, I think that's key. And I'll try and take as much speed into all the corners as I can, but it does start understeering when it loses grip. So we'll just see. We'll do what we can do and see if we can hold on to first place. As I dare. Well, it's 64.69. We shaved another second off. Is that enough to win? Is it enough to win? We'll find out. I'm happy enough with that. I'll give it as much as I dare in the wet conditions. Woo, let's find out.
Been a time of 74.26. Finish line in the time of 75.37. We've got Alan Cavendish in the Reliance emitter. He's making good progress in that 267.
Right, back for day 2, Sunday at Loton Park. So we finished yesterday in the wet, second overall. Missed out by 4/100ths of a second. That is how tight it was. When you've got 30 odd in the class and it's a handicap system, it is neck and neck at all points of the table. So yeah, right up until the death. I was still pleased with that last run I put in, but ultimately just 4/100ths down in second place. Steve Lyle picked me in the end, so congratulations to Steve in his Porsche. We are back today. It is gonna be dry, fingers crossed. It's just started spitting, funnily enough, but the weather forecast is dry nearly all day and the track is drying rapidly from a bit of overnight rain. So fingers crossed we get a much better day today and we can actually try and put some flat out times in. Going to be very competitive again. There's going to be some people involved in the scrap that weren't involved yesterday because they have much better times in the dry, so we might have a different battle, and ultimately my dry times probably aren't going to be good enough, but you just never know. We've just got to keep pushing and see how we get on. So this is first practice. I will give it 9 temps because I think the track's 90% dry. There's just a few damp patches under the trees, and then if the weather holds out, we will start attacking it later on. Also, update from Cadwell, my first event, I've been promoted to first. So I'll come second on the day, but due to a few of the algorithm timings being wrong for certain people, when they redid it, reassessed everything, I was promoted to first. So first on the first event, second on the second event. Is it going to be third on the third event? Who knows? Let's see. Yesterday, tons of grip. 61.47. I think if it stays dry we can go flat out on next one. Right, practice run number 2. We've had a brief shower, but it's quickly blown over and the sun's back out, so let's give it 9.5 temps on this one. Everybody really going for it now, so it doesn't actually count, but let's see if we can get into a 60. So 61 point whatever it was on practice 1. See if we can do a 60 on this, and then the aim is a 59 in the timed runs, somewhat similar to what my PB is, if we can get near that. And like I say, that's probably not going to be enough to win, but we should be up there. So let's see. of grip there. 59.79. Close to a PB. We're only a tenth off like last time, so time's definitely there. It's amazing how when the conditions are dry, I'm within a tenth of my PB every single time. But yeah, let's see if we can do any better for first time run. It'd be nice to have that as a banker run, but no, it don't count. So same again for T1. Timed run 1. This is the one that counts. Perfect conditions. Probably 10 out of 10. So good time in P2. We're leading hypothetically after practice, leading the class, but I know people are going to improve and I can't improve that much more. So what we need to do is try and get something close.
Are you all paddock space with the red tent?
Yeah. There's a what, sorry?
There's a patch.
Oh,
Fairly
yeah,
sure
yeah.
that's coolant.
Yes.
Not aircon water.
Right. I'll have a look when I get back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's probably, I would say, clutch fluid. There's a thing underneath a screw, the valve, that it's a really fine thread, and I have to keep tightening it up, but I daren't over tighten it. So I'll tighten it up when I get back. I think it'll be that. Just another thing to throw into the works. I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure that little patch will be clutch fluid. So we will see. Check that when I come back. Let's hope it hangs out, lasts for this run. So yeah, let's try and get a new PB if we can. Ideal conditions. Oh, we've just got a red flag, have we? Timing boards flew over, I don't know what it was. Oh, yeah, not perfect by any means. Just carried too much speed through the S's. Lost a load of momentum there, and then I thought I'd best brake earlier, top of Cedar Straight, just to make sure I make it and get a time in. So yeah, definitely an improvement to be had on T2, but we'll see what time that was and check out if fault's leaking under the car. Right, timed run 2, final run. We are leading by about 2/10 from Rob, so I'm sure he's going to go quicker, so we probably need to go quicker. Can I get a new PB? Agonisingly close again last time. One slight error. Let's see if it'll stick. See if we can go any quicker. Perfect conditions again. Come on, let's put one together. 100% perfect, but probably 9 out of 10. We will settle for that. See if Rob can do any better. Is it good enough? Like yesterday, we will wait and find out. Right, back from Loton Park. Overall, fantastic weekend. Weather, as you saw, was 2 contrasting days. Saturday, wet all day, apart from a brief time around practice 2 where it was kind of drying up, but practice times are irrelevant anyway. And then Sunday was mainly glorious sunshine all day. 1 brief shower, but didn't really affect anything. So Saturday wise, Classic Marques, Loton Park is one of the favoured events for competitors, so we had 30 plus on both days, so massive batch of cars to compete against, and the competition was fierce. So Saturday, timed run 1, I was leading the class by, we're talking hundredths of a second. I think there was 4 of us within a tenth or so. It was neck and neck, so I had to go for it on the second run, even though conditions were worse, because I knew everybody else would be. So yeah, we managed to beat that time by another second, but I think everybody, or a lot of people, went quicker as well. So ultimately just missed out by 4 100ths of a second to Steve. But yeah, neck and neck all day. So disappointed with second on the day after being in front, but overall I'd have took that before I got to the event. And the tyres played a big point on both days, because 1A tyres, in Classic Marques you can choose a 1A, which is basically a road tyre, or a 1B, which is a semi-slick. The 1A road tyres, you probably gain more of an advantage when it's wet. They're designed to work in the wet. They're designed to be safe on the roads, where most semi-slicks are designed to be ultimate pace on a dry track. So yeah, Saturday probably favoured the runners on the road tyres, but saying that, the AO52s that I've got on are about as good as you can get for a 1B tyre in the wet, so it did enable me to push as much as I could. They weren't dangerous by any stretch. So we finished Saturday in second place. Come back Sunday, it was dry, and like I said on the video, probably favoured all the runners on the 1B tyres. I'm on a 1B tyre, but so were a few others that weren't around in the wet. So yeah, knew I had to push to get in the top 3 again. So I just went for it. The conditions were excellent, and we started in T1 with a 59.7, which is only a tenth off my PB. Did make a little mistake on that, so I knew there was some more time there. I was in first after T1 by a couple of tenths, I think, from Rob, but I knew other people, like the previous day, would probably go faster on the last run. You can't leave anything to chance, so I had to just try and smash it as much as I could. Managed a new PB on T2, a 59.53, and yeah, there were no obvious errors. I lost a tenth or so, maybe at the odd corners here and there, but we're talking minuscule amounts, so really happy with that on the day, and held on to first place. Yeah, like I said on the video, I got promoted to first at Cadwell after the event. So we've done 3 events now. We've got a first, a second and a first, which really chuffed with. Great start for Classic Marques. Next event is a couple of weeks at Aintree, and then we've got Harewood straight after that, my local track. Now, yeah, that could be 2 contrasting events. Never got on at Aintree, never do well, always end up wrecking the car, so we'll see how that one goes. But then back to Harewood, where I know like the back of my hand, so that should be a good event. Thank you very much.